Hello and welcome to Your Life Your Way. I'm your host, Kathleen McDermott. Here at Your Life Your Way, we talk about exactly that, how to stop doing and being how the rest of the world thinks that you should, and create a life that is truly from your own heart and soul and filled with things that bring you joy and peace and anything else that you might be seeking in your life. There are so many lessons that come up. So many lessons, and they come in the most, sometimes the most bizarre ways, from the most bizarre directions. And I'm feeling fabulous today and have been the last couple of days, but it's been an interesting couple of weeks. Have you ever just felt you were, there's something you wanted to do and you said, oh, I can do this, no problem. What could possibly go wrong? Of course, first of all, never ask that question. And just a simple Sunday. And I wanted to move a mattress, actually switch the mattress from the back bedroom to the front bedroom and vice versa. Actually, the larger mattress was the easiest one to move. Now, excuse me, I actually do have a dolly, but who needs a freaking dolly? No worries. I just figured, let's just do it. Well, I did. And there's a reason I'm just sharing this story. Trust me. As I was moving the mattress, I actually have one knee who I've had three surgeries that I've had three surgeries on. So it tends to be a little grumpy sometimes. And the other one is just perfectly happy. Well, after this little adventure, neither were happy. And it got progressively worse. Well, after a few days, I decided to reach out to the chiropractor and begin the journey back. But even after an adjustment, sometimes if you use a chiropractor, and sometimes it can take 2 or 3, visits to get a particular issue back in line. So the first visit was good, but knowing that there was going to need to be another. And in the meantime, the strain just kind of worked its way up through my back and then through my neck. So needless to say, it was a very interesting couple of weeks and a couple of days just trying to bring myself back in alignment and actually be able to breathe comfortably. Not looking for sympathy. There is a reason for why I'm sharing this. What I thought about after the initial movement of the mattress was, I made the choice to basically force the issue. I mean, when I started facing that particular, who knew a memory foam could be so dense? I knew I could have made a different choice, but I opted to force the issue, to make it happen the way that I was going to make it happen. How often do we do that? How often do you do that? Do you find yourself forcing things and trying to make things come through? Basically, and usually it's faster than, because we want things done, right now, yesterday, 5 minutes ago. And I found that forcing that, I had to stop and ask myself, where else might I be doing that? So it gave me some time to reflect, because I was really not doing much more of anything else during the 2-week period, as I was, it was pretty difficult to do any movement whatsoever, but it really gave me time to think. And I think sometimes I truly believe that that's why we are faced with certain challenges, because maybe we aren't listening and taking in, and whether it's listening, hearing, seeing, feeling the signs that are trying to be shown to us. Sometimes it just takes a knock you down kind of lesson to get us to listen and pay attention. So I welcome the time to reflect. I don't welcome losing the time of not getting things done, but I do have to remind myself the world did not come to an end without me being fully in it. And that's another thing, probably another talk for another day. But this is a short issue, a short episode today. And I just want to ask, where are you? Where might you be forcing things? It comes to control, it comes to making choices. And I know we hear ourselves all the time saying, well, I didn't have a choice. Yes, we do. Yes, you do. Every single thing we do, from getting out of bed in the morning to going to bed at night, going to work, whatever, it's all a choice. And we always have other choices. It just depends on what consequences we want to be faced with. So control. So many times I've been guilty myself of trying to control things outside of me because it's easier to, it really isn't, but in my mind, I think it's easier to try to do that than it is maybe to face something inside of me that needs to be controlled. So just kind of take this time to see where you might be able to take a pause and step back. If you're forcing something, look at it. What are your options? If you continue that push, what might the consequences be? If you take a moment and breathe and look at if you have another option or two other options or however many, what are the potential consequences of each of those choices? Had I gone and got the dolly, it would have taken me just an extra, few short minutes to get it on the dolly and roll it in. I made my choice. We deal with the consequences. And when we're creating our life our way isn't always just this big, huge picture. It's the little things each day, little things here and there that we can make small adjustments to, and just take that moment to step back and to breathe and to maybe choose something different. So I hope this gives you a little ponder, something to think about. I wish you all the best in whatever choices you make. Thank you for being part of the Your Life, Your Way community. And I look forward to speaking with you again soon. And heads up, I have a really cool guest I interviewed this morning, and she should be out to you by the weekend. So keep an eye and ear for that. Thank you. Peace and blessings. Namaste. So what does your life, your way mean to you? Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you found a couple of takeaways in my personal experience. That saying, don't do as I do. Didn't our mothers used to say that? Don't do as I do as I say, something to that effect. But if you find some benefit in here that you think might help someone else who might be struggling a little bit, pushing things and not having the best of consequences from it, please feel free to share. I'm really, really looking to grow this community and help as many women as possible to begin to really live life their way, live on their terms. So if there is a specific topic that I've not covered that you would like to have me cover or bring a guest in to cover, please feel free to reach out to me at kmyourlifeyourway@gmail.com, kmyourlifeyourway@gmail.com. And I'm absolutely happy to cover that topic for you. Thank you again for being a part of this community. Have a wonderful day.